How's it going, guys? Panther Films here, and today we're going to be reacting to episode 1 of Agatha All Along. This episode is titled Seekest Thou the Road, or Thou the Road. Now, obviously before we get into the show or anything, there's obviously a big thing that's different here. I mean, the background's different. The room's different. The echo is different because there's definitely an echo. That'll probably be a thing for the next few reactions until I've got more stuff here. But new place, new setup. Camera looks weirdly better, even though it's the same camera I've been using. It's just because I think the white background makes the foreground look more pleasing, I guess. I'm probably going to do a separate video that's going to be kind of dedicated to what's next for reactions. That'll come later on. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, here we are with Agatha All Along. The last time we saw Agatha was, of course, WandaVision, where she had the Darkhold. She was behind everything, or behind a lot of the weird things that were happening, but not really, because Wanda was kind of responsible for a lot of it too. They fought, Agatha lost the powers, and then she's been put in this, like, character, in a way. She's going through all her characters, or going through maybe one of her characters, because last time we saw her, she was the character from the first episode, I think, of WandaVision, right? So I assume that's kind of what the show's going to be about her breaking out of this imprisonment that Wanda's put her in. I saw the trailer for the show. I looked at it a little bit, but I didn't, it was more of a glance at the trailer. It wasn't really like sitting down and watching it. It was just a quick glance at it. So I don't really know what to expect outside of Agatha's back. There's going to be some witchy stuff, I guess. That's all I really know. It's been through like so many different titles, but of course it was Agatha All Along, which is a nice play on it. I think there was like 4 different titles. There was the Coven of Chaos, there was something else, and there was something else, and there was something else. I can't remember the other 3. And then like a week after they announced one title, it became Agatha All Along. Because people started to catch on to like what they were doing, the marketing. Because it's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense that it would be called Agatha All Along, because it just works. I mean, the song obviously skyrocketed when it came out. All things considered, I think WandaVision is one of the better Marvel shows that have been on Disney+. But Loki, I think, is the best one. I haven't watched X-Men 97 yet, and I've heard great things about that, so eventually I'll react to that. But for right now, we're just going to stick with this. I hope it's good. I'm not expecting a lot with this show. I guess the biggest thing I'm expecting is maybe it to tie into like maybe Doomsday or Secret Wars, which, speaking of that, fucking Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. I don't think we even talked about that. What? Fucking why? Like, Doom's the guy. He is the menace. He is the be-all, end-all of like the Marvel villains. Like, he's the top dog, in my opinion. And you just get Robert Downey Jr. to play him. Like, Robert Downey Jr. has played, he's Iron Man. You can't, it's just weird. I don't know how to feel on it right now. We'll see how it pans out with Doomsday and all that. But I'm just not a huge fan of it. I guess we should just stop fucking doolallying around with this shitty intro and get right into the fucking episode. So the last time we saw her, Wanda kind of put her back in this like fictional state, right, into her like character. But this is completely different from what her character was. Unless this is in her head.
Hey, neighbor.
Oh.
Surprised to see you out here, detective.
Now a convicted felon. Can't be right and wrong at the same time.
Yes, you can.
When the chief calls and tells me hibernation's over, got a case only you can solve.
Yeah, like, you can tell it seems fictional. Like, even the dialogue's a bit dialogue-y, if that's a word.
She is dead, though, isn't she, Herb?
Oh, she's really most sincerely dead.
Herb.
Never know.
Is that Wanda? I wonder if this could be their way of bringing Wanda back, right? Because the last time we saw her, a fucking temple collapsed on her. Oh, what is that? Is that like the bird thing that she always wore?
Find something.
Is it her? I mean, they wouldn't bring Elizabeth Olsen in just to play a dead body, would they? I mean, they're deliberately not showing her face.
Who are you?
Well, let us see. I think it is Wanda, but I kind of want to see.
You don't seem like yourself.
Oh, yeah? And who is that exactly?
Hmm.
But right now, this unidentified woman lying dead in a crick has just got me down in the dumps.
What the fuck? Oh, I think I know what they're doing with this show. Each episode is going to be like a different genre. What the fuck? Based on the Danish series, what? Agnes of Westview. Why is the episode not called that?
You use that line as
Oh, it's her, the Dolly, or whatever,
The
right?
suckers found this on a victim.
Who's the victim? She dead?
Why do you assume it's a woman?
I don't know. There are no names on here.
But there are dates.
We don't use cards anymore. Everything's digital now.
Where were you last night between the hours of 1 and 3
I guess I could run the book title. This book wasn't checked out. It was stolen 3 years ago.
3 years ago. But wait, I'm confused though. So if this is fictional, we're just doing what we did in WandaVision, but like who's doing the spell? Right? Because originally it was Wanda that did the spell to the whole town, right? So what's going on here? Unless it's just all in her head. Like she's living a fantasy type of thing, but yet again, that's still similar to WandaVision. Also, nobody's cleaned that up.
There was a fire.
What the fuck?
Every last copy.
Who are you, dude? Oh, nice. Even the stereotypes, the cliches, you know, the donuts. Go love it.
Did you hear what happened at the library?
No,
Somebody torched one.
Oh, it's I forgot what his name was, but he was in WandaVision.
And your tie.
crepes.
You making breakfast smoothies again, Chief?
Soil samples from under the fingernails and toenails of the Jane Doe came back. They don't match the soil she was lying in.
I'm gonna get to the part I'm not gonna like.
Here I am.
Oh,
More brain power and more resources mean you get to the finish line faster.
wait, what's her name? Agnes Connor? Agnes O'Connor.
It's been a long time.
What are you doing here?
My job. Let's talk about the case. What are your theories? How'd she end up in the ravine?
No drag marks, thinking the perp carried her.
No tracks for the perp. Not a leaf disturbed before forensics showed up. It's almost like she just
Appeared.
magically appeared.
If there's one thing we can agree on, it's that these cases are always about the place. That's where the answers lie.
She's a witch, right?
You've lived here your whole life. Isn't that true, Agnes?
I don't want you here.
But she knows something's up. Like her subconscious is telling her that something isn't right.
Where'd you get it? Mind your beeswax, Norm. Where's it from? How old is it?
Fucking dumb.
North American.
Like they literally brought all the actors back from WandaVision.
200.
Great.
200.
Now I know where to start the bidding on eBay.
Good to see you too, Agnes.
Dialogue and a known history of learning and debate. Darkness. Oh, dark.
Go home, Agnes.
I can't remember the guy's name with the moustache, the chief, but he came in to stop her from going any deeper, right? Also, is this a house from WandaVision? Oh, not the dog did. Killed Sparky too. How long's it been since WandaVision? 3 years? Jesus. Over 3 years, nearly 4. And I only watched it that once when it first came out, so... She went to the basement? Nicholas Scratch. Scratch. Mephisto.
Hungry?
Has the suspect been seen in the last 24 hours? And she says, only on TikTok.
I'm curious, like, how she's gonna get her powers back.
A car wreck about an hour before time of death.
Where?
Eastview.
Eastview.
Blood stain in the back seat.
You think that's how they moved her?
My gut tells me they're related, but I can't shake this feeling I'm seeing it wrong.
Maybe you are, because it's not real.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Do you remember why you hate me?
Who is that?
Hey! What are you doing?
Whoa! Why would you go out the window? Because obviously he's going to drop down to the floor. Just go downstairs. Oh, the dog. Oh. He's fine.
Hey, you okay?
No, he's dead.
He came out of nowhere.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, he won't give his name and he's not in the system.
First offense. You take anything from your place?
No. I think it's time for a good old-fashioned chat with Edward Scissorhands in there.
Look at like over exaggerated like dialogue. It's like the way she plays herself is interesting.
B&E, your regular gig?
The respect of your peers and a fulfilling home life. But you were fresh out of both.
What were you after?
You're right.
What road? I was on a road this morning. It led to something pretty awful.
Where were you last night between the hours of 1 and 3 a.m.?
Asleep. In bed.
Total loser? Or totally lying? What do you know about this?
Nothing! Nothing!
Tell me who she is.
I don't know!
Tell me what happened to
What
her!
are you talking about? These are just flowers.
What?
They're just pictures of someone's front yard or something. Why do you keep looking at that painting?
It's not a...
Oh, she's in a house.
What is that?
Exo e un femminam de fixo.
Stop it. Let's see how long you can keep that up.
Was he being possessed? Like, what just happened? I mean, whoever that kid is, and Aubrey Plaza's character are obviously either working together to like break Agatha out of her own mind type of thing. Oh, I guess it is Wanda.
Scarlet.
I mean, obviously it'd be Wanda. Who else would it be? Wanda Maximoff. Yep.
Case closed then?
Where did you come from?
That witch is gone. And all the copies of the Darkhold with her.
Is it hot? You...
Yes, claw your way out.
Is it hot?
What the fuck? Different characters? Oh yeah.
What?
Black and white.
So what's yours?
Agatha Harkness. How did they shoot that? Like, is that green screen? I don't know. Oh, the music. And now she's free. Maybe. Oh, she's naked. Why would she walk outside?
What is going on?
How long have I been living in this cesspool of a town?
About 3 years. What? Ooh, we try not to say her name.
Ugh, because you're cowards. So what? I've just been spouting nonsense and you've just been humoring me?
Checking up on you.
Oh, I got it. Librarian, chief of police.
Can you put on some clothes?
What the fuck?
Cause you naked.
Yeah, great observation there. No, she lost her powers, right?
Okay.
Like, she's broke free, but she still doesn't have her powers yet. Because I assume with the Darkhold gone, it's affected the basement. Oh, the vomit.
We gotta get back on top.
So the show's obviously just going to be about her getting her powers back, but then how does that tie in? I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but... Because out of all the MCU shows right now, this one's the one that's like, why does it need to happen? Oh no, because he's locked up, isn't he? She locked him up. Yep.
But if you're real, and not a figment of my imprisoned mind, that means...
Oh, Jesus. What the fuck? Why? Wait, you freed her just to kill her? Jesus.
Do you remember pain? It kind of tickles, doesn't it?
Hey, what's happening here?
Kill me.
You can't kill me. It's not allowed.
Maybe I can't kill you.
I can hurt you.
Wish you were dead.
Wait.
Let me get my purple back, and then come find me.
I could just sit back and watch. But I'll be sure to tell them where to find you.
Who?
The other witches.
The Salem 7. I expect you'll see them at sundown.
Ooh. Oh, she healed it.
Te veo.
What about the other guy? He's still there.
Oh, right. You.
Wait, what? That's not the end of the episode. It is. Fuck. What? Fine episode. Like, I don't really have many complaints about it. It did what we kind of expected this episode to do. It's a lot of setup. Like, they're going to the road, right? Agatha's got her powers back. Well, not her powers back, but she's free. You know, she's free from her mind or whatever. And now she's going to get her powers back by going to the road. And then you've also got the setup with the Salem 7 being the force that's going to be following her throughout this story. But I guess the good thing is we can just jump straight into next episode because they released episode 1 and 2. I think the episode did what it needed to do. Yet again, I'll say it, Kathryn Hahn, she's great. Like, her facial expressions are some of the best facial expressions I've ever seen because she gets like so into the role, but she makes each version of her like character so different. But yeah, I do kind of like that this episode was kind of like a crime story in a way. It was like her uncovering like what happened. I kind of wish they kept that going. Maybe they will, like going into next episode. Each episode's going to be kind of a different genre. That'd be cool. I'd like that. Which would be similar to WandaVision. How WandaVision each like episode or every 2 episodes was a new era. Like you had like the 60s, you had the 70s, the 80s and stuff like that, or the 30s or whatever, right? So it would be cool if we go back to that with a new formula. Because I'm not sure if it's like the same showrunner as WandaVision. I don't think it is. I think it might be some of the same writers, which would make sense. I mean, it's basically kind of a sequel series in a way. But I'm probably going to keep this review a little bit shorter, just because it's, you know, we've got next episode to watch. But like I said, I thought the episode was fine. I think it's perfect setup for the rest of the story. It is what it is. I guess you've got Aubrey Plaza's character, who I guess is obviously a witch from Agatha's past, who's now, maybe they had like a relationship, because like her heart is like black or gone or whatever. She doesn't have a heart, but she kind of has a heart for Agnes or Agatha. I keep saying Agnes because they said it so many times this episode. But so I guess we'll see what happens there. And then you also had an acronym, which obviously spelled Darkhold. A part of me was like thinking it was darkness or something, but then she did the H and was like, oh, Darkhold. When was the last time? That was Doctor Strange, right? Which is interesting that they've kind of tied that in with Wanda being dead, right? Is it because Wanda's dead that Agatha is able to get free? And I do wonder if they're going to bring Wanda back. Because, I mean, not having the Scarlet Witch for Secret Wars would be a bit weird. But at the same time, it's like you're bringing in Doom, and there's a lot of characters to juggle. So, I don't know what they're going to do there. So far, decent first episode. It's not like anything crazy. It's not anything terrible. It's just... it set up the show, I think. You know, it immediately undid what happened at the end of WandaVision with Agatha. And now she has to go get her powers back. Which could get a bit boring, because if the whole premise of the show is just her getting her powers back, what are you going to do? Because then it's like, for her to finally do something, it's going to be like the final episode. Like, how good is she when she's just human? Or, not human, but when she doesn't have her powers. I guess that's kind of what the show's going to be focused on. Like, she doesn't need her powers to intimidate and do whatever, right? I also love that they brought all the, like, actors back from WandaVision, like Herb and Norm, and it's just fun. I like that. And what was it, Dolly? And the guy with the mustache, the chief, I forget what his name is. But, you know, I like that. So, it's like I said, it's basically a sequel to WandaVision. But like I said, we don't really need to go super in-depth with this review because we've got next episode to watch. So I'm going to do that right fucking now. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you for the next one. Ta-ta and farewell.